so today we have lab number 6, right? In this lab we're gonna learn about axial skeleton. We're gonna learn about the skeletal system. Alright, so here is this. So we're going to explain a little bit. So with this explanation, I believe you should be able to, write your lab report, most of the information. Okay. And then after that, you're going to have activity, which is called the crime scene activity investigation. If you may be interested in the crime scene, become a policeman that kind of observe the crime scene. You're going to learn that technique. One of them is identify the skull sex or gender. Okay, in case you dig your ground on the backyard and then you found the skull, don't call the police yet until you identify that. Right? So you identify whether this is a male or female skull. So you can call the police. 911. I got a skull, a female skull in my backyard. And the police will ask you, how do you know that's a female skull? I learned it in the school. Okay? So that's the one that we're going to learn today. How to identify whether the skull is a female or male skull. Okay? And for that activity, I give you extra point. Okay? So you're going to get the extra point for this activity. Now, again, we learn skeletal system today. Skeletal system. Okay. Remember, system consists of what? System consists of many organs. Yeah, organs. Get it? So this is a system. It means that it has organs. The organs for the skeletal system, all of them is called bones. Okay, bones is the organ of skeletal system. For normal people, how many bones do we have? 206. Okay? 206 bones. Okay, so normally we have 206. There are some people that have more, maybe, like people that have extra fingers, they have extra bone. But normally everybody have 206 bones. You guys know. And this bone is divided into two types of skeleton. The first one is called the axial skeleton. This guy. Axial skeleton. Okay. It's really difficult. Okay. Now everybody's okay. Alright, now axial skeleton. What does axis mean? What is axis? In the middle, in your center of your body. So therefore, for these axial skeletons, the bones will be where? The one that is in the middle. Straight from the top to the tail, to the bottom. All of this is part of the axial skeleton. Get this one? That's the name. So, the axial skeleton has 80 bones. 80 bones. We're going to see. And each bone has name. Each organ actually has name. We're going to learn the names later. The second part of the skeleton, of the bone, is called the appendicular. Appendicular skeleton. Appendicular means appendages. What is appendages? Your limbs. Upper limbs and lower limbs. That's the appendicular skeleton. How many bones will be here? How many bones? 126. 206 subtracted by 80, so you have 126 bones. Okay, So for today activity, we just learned the axial skeleton. Okay, next week you're gonna learn the appendicular skeleton. So we focus in this axial skeleton. How many bones? 80. Right? Remember, I'm asking you over and over in order to make you put that in your brain. Okay, you remember it. How many axial skeleton bones? 80. Now, this 80 bones is divided into several parts, several locations. The first one is called the skull. So the first group is called the skull. Are you with me? Skull, which is this one over here. I need one more bone. Here. Oh no, double mandible. Okay. Hey, this is the whole thing. It's called what? The skull. And the skull has 22 bones. 22 bones. With me. Now, this skull is divided into two parts. The first one is called the cranium. This is the one that protects the brain. This is the one that has space for the brain, the cranium. The cranium has 8 bones. You follow this? Okay, we're gonna put this one 8 bones. Better. Okay. Again, we just do it right now. Okay. So the name of the bone of the cranium. Now start from the front. Here, what you call that bone on your front? Frontal bone. Alright. So it has frontal bone. How many frontal bone that we have? Only one, right? We have one frontal bone. We have one. Okay. The second one is on the top, left and right. Okay. And this bone is called, start with P, parietal. Okay. Parietal bone. How many do you have? 2, because we have left and right side. Okay, parietal bone. 2. The next one is on the back. Anybody know the name of the back? The bone on the back of cranium. Start with O. Occipital. Okay, occipital bone. How many? 1. Get it? Next, on the side, over here, we have left and right. Anybody know the name? Yes, temporal. Temporal bone. Temporal bone. Okay, how many? 2, left and right. Get it? Next. So how many total so far? 6, yeah? How many more we need? 2 more. The 2 more is actually in the front over here. So you have to see it from inside. This one look like a butterfly. It's called the sphenoid bone. Okay, sphenoid, which is 1. And there is another one that is smaller. It's called the ethmoid. This is also 1. So the front part over here. Okay. Over here you have the ethmoid and sphenoid bone. Okay, so this is actually under the frontal bone, and it's kind of actually it kind of connecting all the bone from the floor of our cranium. Okay, so that's the sphenoid and ethmoid bone. Okay, do you have questions so far for this one? We have 8 for the cranium. That's the first group of the skull. The second group of the skull is called, this is bone of our face. What do you call it? Facial. Okay? Facial bone. So facial bone. Okay. How many will be? 14. Okay? Because 8 plus 14 is 22. 14 bones. Now we're gonna name each of these 14 bones. Some of them double, so you just actually memorize one name, okay? Because it's left and right. First, we start with this bone over here on the nose. What do you call it? Nose. Nasal is nasal bone. Nasal bone. How many nasal bones that we have? 2. Left and right. Is in the middle actually there is a what we call the suture or the joint. So that's 2. 2 nasal bones. Left and right. Okay? I will not quite. Next one. Let's say this. Cheekbone. What is cheekbone? A little bit difficult name. It's called the zygomatic. Zygomatic bone. Write it down. The name cheekbone. Of course, it's 2, right? You have 2 cheeks, left and right. Zygomatic bones. Okay. What next? Let's say go under it. Over here. What you call this? Bone that used by your teeth on the top. What the whole thing is called? Not this one mandible, this one maxilla. So all of them is called jaws, right? Upper jaws. Upper jaw is called maxilla. Okay, so upper jaw, which is maxilla. How many maxilla do you have actually? We have? It's 2 actually. It's 2. It's connected in the middle. Some people have a problem where that bone is actually not connected. What happened with their lip? Left hand, right? That bone is not connected. But still there is a connection, joint. That's still 2. Right? 2 bones. So maxilla 2. Alright, how about the other jaw? This one over here. Mandible. How many?
2.
Mandible actually 1. Because they fuse together. There is no border between it. There is no joint. It's just fused together. Right? So mandible 1. Right? So 1 mandible. Mandible. Okay. Now we go to the orbit. Orbit is the eye socket. So eye socket. Inside your eye socket, over here, is actually there is a very small bone. That this small bone is actually have the canal for your tears. When you crying, well, the tear actually go also to your nasal cavity. Therefore, it's wet. Okay, you're crying and then you're okay. Everything is okay. Why? Because it's connected to the tears gland. Tear gland is in our eyes over here. It's going down here, both using that bone. Tears, in scientific term, is called lacrima. Lacrima means tear. For tears gland, it's called the lacrimal gland. Now, how about the tear bone called it? If it is gland, it's called lacrimal gland. But if it is bone, it's called lacrimal bone. Okay, it's not that difficult. Lacrimal bone. How many? 2. You have 2 eyes. So it can be 2. Wow. How many total so far? 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, right? It's 9. How many more we need? 5 more. Right. Now we have to look inside the nose, in the nasal cavity. There is one bone that separates that cavity. Right? It's over here. It's in the bottom over here. That bone is called vomer. Vomer. Vomer or vomer. Okay? This is how to write it down. Vomer. This is the septa. Septum means the one that separates. Okay? Septum for the nasal cavity. Still get it? Okay. Now, next. Still inside the nasal cavity, you actually have two bones on the bottom that look like a hook. That bone is actually control the air circulation in your nasal cavity. It's kind of give a little bit humidity, control it. Okay? It's gonna be the air that go to your body actually will be kind of circular. It's not just straight. It's circular because of these two bones, left and right. That bone is called inferior nasal concave. Okay, 2. Inferior nasal. Alright. Inferior nasal concave. That's 2. Okay, left and right. How many total? So far? 12. We need 2 more. Where is the 2 more? It is on the roof. It's on the roof of our mouth. So our mouth, the roof is actually bone. Anybody know what's the name? What you call the roof of your mouth called? Palate, right? It's called the palatine. Okay, palatine, which is 2, left and right. You get this one? So we have total now 14. Is that finished, right? It's done. At least for this group. What's the first group? The skull. Have 22 bones, 8 cranium, and then 14 facial bone. Do you have question for? I'm gonna erase this. We're gonna continue to the next group. Okay. You got it? Do you want me on the picture? Okay. Now the second group. The first group is the skull. The second group, I'm gonna erase this. Okay. Look at these guys over here. Remember, we're talking about axial skeleton, right? We're done with this, with the top one. Now we're going down. Let's go here on the front. This group over here. This group. Anybody know what is the name of this group? Thorax, just thorax. Okay, thorax. Okay. So it's called thorax. So this is the second group. It's called thorax or rib cage, because it looks like a cage that's made of the ribs. So rib cage. Anybody know how many bones on that thorax? We have 12 pairs of ribs. So how many total of ribs? 24. Plus we have 1 breastbone in the middle. So how many total? 25. Okay, so rib cage has 25 bones. Get it? 25 bones. The first one, okay, is, let's say we start with the middle one over here. The breastbone, yes, is called sternum. sternum or breastbone. You get this one? Now the sternum, I'm gonna make a. It has three parts. Okay? This is how the sternum looks like. You look again, okay? The top. Oh man. I'm sorry guys. Sorry man. I hope you're okay. Okay. He look okay. Just mess up with the mandible. You cannot eat them. Right now. Okay. Sternum. Oh, the sternum over here, right? It has three parts. The top one over here, again, is called the manubrium. Manubrium. Okay. And then the biggest part over here is just called body. Okay, the body of sternum. Body. Okay. Both of these are ossified, calcified. What does that mean? Hard, both. But this part over here, the small part at the bottom, is called xiphoid process. Xiphoid process, and it is not ossified. It means that it is not really bone. What is this? Cartilage. Therefore, this one is easily to break, especially if you give CPR. If you not do it correctly, it might break. Get it? Eh? Because what? Because it is not bone, it is cartilage. Okay. And now, that's the breastbone, the sternum, which is how many? One. The second group of this thorax is called ribs. Ribs. Ribs, if you like it. I like ribs. Delicious. I like everything. Ribs. How many total? 24. 12 pairs, okay? So ribs, 12 pairs. Equal 24. Both. Okay? Now, this rib, actually, when you look at this structure over here, okay? Of course, they connected to the sternum and the front, right? And they connected to the vertebrae on the back. Are you with me? What? Not connected because it's making that kind of cage. Now, the way they connected to the sternum, okay, they usually still have the cartilage, which is hyaline cartilage. It's not fully ossified. It's not fully classified, right? Calcified. Now, the way it's connected to the sternum, there are three groups. Actually, two groups, but we can divide it into three. First, sternum, rib number, pair number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. These 7 ribs connected directly to the sternum. Are you with me? Therefore, this 1, 2, 7 pairs, 1, 2, 7 pairs, because it's connected directly to the sternum, is called the true ribs. True. It is true. Because what? It's directly connected to the sternum. Of course, on the back, they're all connected to the vertebrae. Right? All of them, 12 of them. But 1 to 7 and the front, a true rib if it is connected directly to the sternum. The other one, starting from number 8, okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, what? It's actually not connected directly to the sternum. 8 connected to the 7, 9 connected to the 8, 10 connected to the 9, 11 and 12 even not connected. It's just floating. Get it? So number 8 to 12, yeah, pairs number 8 to 12 is called, if you have true, then what's the other one? False rib. False rib. Are you with me? And especially for number 11 and 12, it has special name. 11 and 12. It has name. It's called floating ribs because it's floating. Floating rib. I'm not sure whether there is connection between this floating rib with Adam and Eve or not. Because it said that Eve made from the rib. I don't know which one, but 11 and 12, they are floating. Are you unique? Hey. So how many total? 25. We done. We done. Okay. What is next group? I'm gonna put it here. The third group. If you see here, which one do you think is gonna be? It's gonna be here on the axis, right? Long and many bones in it. What do you call all of them? The backbone. What do you call all of them? Vertebrae. Vertebrae. That's the name. Have to be very careful. Stay there. Okay. Vertebrae. All of them is called vertebrae. Backbone. Anybody know how many of them? 26. 26. So 26. Okay. The name is easy except vertebrae number 1, 2, and 25, 26. The rest is going to be easy name. Okay. It has several groups. The first group is called cervical vertebrae. What does cervix mean? What does cervix mean? What does cervix mean? What is cervix? The neck. Here. The neck vertebrae. There are 7 cervical vertebrae, which is vertebrae on the neck. Okay. Now I mentioned before, all they have easy name except vertebrae number 1. So vertebrae number 1, okay, which is cervical vertebrae number 1. It has special name. It's called atlas. Atlas. What is called atlas? It is actually the name of the god or the goddess that hold the globe. That's Atlas. Okay, it's holding our head, our skull. The second vertebrae, also it has name. It's called axis. Why it's called axis? You're gonna see later. In that vertebrae, it has special process. It's called dance, and that dance is actually connected to our foramen ovale. And it will make actually our head become, able to move. Yes, no, moving around. And that is due to the connection with the second vertebrae, the axis. Get it? Now, how about the next one? Just easy. Cervical vertebrae 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get this one? That's the name gonna be. Okay? So until 7. That's the first group. The second group is in the thorax, which is each of these vertebrae will be connected to the 12 or the 12 pairs of the ribs. Now how many gonna be? How many vertebrae on that thorax? It's called thoracic vertebrae. Thoracic vertebrae. How many will be? How many ribs we have? How many pairs? 12. So how many vertebrae then? 12. Right? Gonna be 12 thoracic vertebrae. Each of these will be connected to this ribs. Okay? Left and right. And on the back, that's just actually 2 ribs connected into 1 vertebrae. So the name, this is gonna be 12. The name is gonna be thoracic vertebrae number 1 until number 12. Okay? So thoracic vertebrae 1 to 12. The next group, which is on the back, this is actually really big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. Anybody know the name? What is back? Lumbar. Okay, this is going to be lumbar vertebrae, and they are big because this is actually the one that holds our body. 5 of them, and this is the place where people have problem. Anybody still remember when the vertebral disc slip, herniated disc or slip disc? Mostly in this place. Why? Because this the vertebrae that hold our body. Get it? Now. 5 of them, and the name will be lumbar vertebrae 1 until 5. It's not that difficult. Right? So just right now, just remember number 1 and 2, and this one, the last one over here, D and E. Yes. It's over here. Look, it looks like a triangle. Looks like a triangle over here, right? Anybody know what is the name of this bone? Just one over here. Start with the S. This is our sacrum, sacral area, sacrum. Right? It is a sacrum, which consists only one bone. Okay? And the last one is the tail. We still have tail. Tailbone. What is the name? Coccyx. Coccyx. How many? Good thing we only have one. You can imagine that we have 12 coccygeal bones. We're gonna have tail. 1 coccyx. Now what is total? 26. 7 plus 12 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1, 26. Okay? Anybody have question about that one? We done. So far we just learned the name and the location. Okay? If you don't have question, then we continue with the next group of this axial skeleton. We are in group 3 over there. Okay? Number 4. Oh, you are. Sorry.
It's all good.
I'm sorry. You can watch my video. Hey, now it's over here. Number 4. Okay, now let's put them together first. Okay. Skull. How many bones? 22. What is the second group? Thorax. How many? 25. What is the next one? Vertebrae, how many? 26. Can you calculate with your phone? 70, how many? 73? Okay, 73. What I mentioned about the axial skeleton, how many of them? 80. How many more we need? Oh, where's the 7 more? Alright?
Yeah, what about clavicle?
Clavicle is not part of the axial skeleton. Okay, here. This is the next group. I hope you stay. should be facing that way, man. Okay, look like this one, right? Now I'm gonna put his head back a little bit to show you one bone on the front of your neck. This one over here. Okay, so you have one bone over here. Are you with me? That bone is called the hyoid bone. So this is group number 4, hyoid bone, which is only one in the front. Okay, now we need 6 more. We have to find out where is the 6 more. That's still in the axis of your body. It is actually located inside your ears. Inside your ears, you have 3 bones in each ear. You have 3 bones. It's very small, but over here, they make it model that is bigger. It's not the actual, it's not the actual size of that ear bone. Okay, that ear bone is called, I'm gonna put the name first, ear ossicle. Ear ossicles. Ear bone, ear ossicles. Right? 3 of them. Okay. It has name. It has name. I mean 3 pairs. I'm sorry, not 3 but 3 pairs because each ear will have 3. And this is actually the one that vibrate when somebody talking to you. You know the vibration going to in your ear, and then it's gonna be vibrating. Okay. And then inside your ear, you're gonna have the sensory system that able to recognize that voice, that vibration. Everybody have different vibration. Therefore, if even you close your eyes, is your friend talking to you, you know which friend talking, right? Because you recognize that voice due to this and sensory system. We're gonna learn that later, right? That sensory system. But right now, just learn the 3 bones, ear ossicle in each ear. The first one over here, the way I remember it is I remember Miley Cyrus. Who's Miley Cyrus? Hannah Montana. How? Why I want? So the first one start with the M. Miley Cyrus is Malleus. That's the name. Malleus. How many Malleus? 2 because left and right. 2. I don't know how get the Miley Cyrus over here, but I get it when I say Miley Cyrus. Then I remember the first one is Malleus, the second one is INCUS, also 2, and the last one over here is the STAPES. STAPES, also 2. Stay there. Okay? Now it's 6. So when you total them together, then you have 1 hyoid bone, right? And then 6 ear ossicles. What's the total? 8. You follow this? That's all the name and location of the axial bone, axial skeleton. Do you have question for this one? This is still anatomy. We're not really mentioning the function. Now, as your part of your job today is you're gonna identify at least three skulls. We have 5 skulls over there. Okay, so make 5 groups. 5 groups work together. Each group will get 1. After you finish, just exchange with other group until each group get at least 3 skulls to identify. Okay, you can start, and then I will show you how to do it. I will help you for the first skull, and the second and third skull you're gonna do it by yourself with your group. Okay, so make the group and take 1 skull from that table over there. Create 5 groups. Let's go, let's go. Otherwise you're gonna stay here forever.
That's pronounced jaws.
Any, I mean at least maybe 4 or 5. Because we have 3, 4 or 5 people in a group. So create your group. If you don't have group, then go to the one that have the skull. Okay, Calvin, Ethan, go to group that have skull. You can read the information letter at home. I just want to show you how to do it for the first skull. So go to page number, I think page number 4, right? When you have the first thing that you have to fill out. Okay, now I'm gonna give the name of the skull first. This one, skull number 1. Skull number 1. This, skull number 2. Okay? Therefore you know which one you're going to use later. That's number, what's number 3? 3, and what is 4? What is 5? Oh, so make one more group. Ethan, we have one more. So make sure we have one more skull over there. Okay? So you can have your own group. We have to have one. It doesn't matter. Just you can see this. Okay, so we start over. I'm sorry, we start over. Right? We start over. Okay. Now skull number 1 over here. Skull number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Your skull number 5. Okay. So when you replace it, you know which one you have. Because we have to make sure the sex of that each skull. We have to know the number, the skull number. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this is I'm gonna help you with skull, the first skull that you have. If you see that page, it is asking you some question and put the number over there. Now you can assign the number between 1 to 5. Okay, assign number 1 to 5. Okay, so the lowest number is 1, the highest number is 5. You got this one first? Now we start with parameter number 1. It's asking you the nuchal crest. What is nuchal crest? Nuchal crest is the bumpy structure on the occipital bone. Which one is occipital bone? On the back. Here, over here. Feel it and see it. If you see bumpy, really big bumpy, then give higher number, 4 or 5. You get it? If it's smooth and flat, give 1 or 2. Discuss with your classmate. If you're not sure, if you're confused, give 3. That's for confused people. 3. If you confuse 3, and the result will be confusing later if you put all 3. Okay, you got this one? That's number 1. Okay, we go together for the first skull. Nuchal crest. Give the number. Yes. Here. Right now, maybe you don't have comparison yet. You have to talk with your classmate. What do you think? It is bumpy or not? When you do over and over, you have experience on it. You can feel it. You can say it. Okay. Okay. So that's number 1. We go to the second. What is the second asking you? Mastoid process. This is the process that's located in the temporal bone. Yes, right here. Right here. See, Joe is here. Here, mastoid process. This is temporal bone. You have mastoid process over here. Look at that process. Okay? Remember, process means here. If it is big, if you think it is big, large, thick, put 4 or 5. If it is thick, big, large, you have to, you know. Right now you don't have comparison, but talk with your classmate. What do you think? If it is small, the whole thing, okay, the whole thing, over here, the whole thing. If it is small, then give 1 or 2. If you confused, give 3. Okay, you have to fight. You have to fight. Hey. Okay, continue. Next. What is asking you? Supraorbital margin. What is that? That is on the top of your eye over here, which is where your eyebrow located. Look at that. Look over here. Huh? Look over here. If it is bumpy, then give 4 or 5. If it is a little bit flat, give 1 or 2. If you confuse, 3. That's good. Okay. No, it's over here. It's here. Okay, here. Fight. Okay, next one. Next one is supraorbital ridge. This one you have to put your finger inside the orbit, but on the top. And then feel it like this, on the top, supra, on the top, and feel it. If it is, you feel sharp like a knife, it might cut you. Give 1 or 2. If it is dull, how you say it? Dull? Like that. Huh? If it is dull, then 4 or 5. Feel it. You have to feel it with your finger. Yeah. It might cut you if it is sharp. Just the top. Just the top. No, inside. Okay. Dull, if it is dull, give 4 or 5. Sharp, 1 or 2. Confused, 3. That's what. People with confusion is 3. Hey. What is the next one? Mental eminence. What is mental eminence? Here, you have to go to the mandible. This is mental. Called mandible is called mental. Okay? So mandible. Look from the front. Okay? If you see, it look like this. And maybe the other one look like this. Right? This is a squarish, like a square, and this is pointy, like a little bit pointy, not square like this. This one 4 or 5. This one 1 or 2. Here, this one over here. Look from the front. If you think it is square, 4 or 5. If you think it is pointy, then 1 or 2. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So put the number. Yeah. You know that most male will have that squarish thing, right? Most female have pointy. So you know, see male sometimes look like very strong with the squarish. Okay, next one. Next one is general size. This one you have to decide whether the skull is big or small. If it is big, 4 to 5. If it is small, 1 to 2. Hey, 4, 5 too big, 1, 2 if it is small. Confused? 3. Okay. Next one is gonion. What is gonion? Gonion is the angle over here. The angle on the mandible. On the side of mandible. What do you have to do? Use the paper. Okay, put like this. Put and draw this angle on the paper. Okay, like that. You can draw it farther like this. Then measure this angle. Get it? Right now, we don't have the what you call the protractor to measure the angle, but this is just for your information. Let's say we can say this is 90%, 90 degree, right? And this one, of course, higher than 90 degree, right? Maybe 120 degrees. Are you with me? Now, guys, if this one close to 90 degree, then give 4 or 5. It's close to 90 degree, 4 or 5. If it is really more than 90 degree, maybe 116 or something like that, sometimes 130, then 1 or 2. You have to put on the paper first to make sure the angle. Okay, if it is closer to 90, bigger number, it is really wide angle, then 1 to 2. Okay, next one. Next one is, what is next one? Oh, posterior of crest of zygomatic. What is crest? Crest. Oh, over here. This is zygomatic bone, right? It has like a bridge going down to the temporal bone. What? This one is called the crest. What? So look at the bridge going over here. If it is thick and big, if you think thick and big, gives higher number, 4 or 5. If this, look at the bridge over here, that's the crest. If it is small and thin, discuss with your classmate, then give 1 or 2. Got it? That's zygomatic crest. Okay. You're gonna have the sense later if you have the second bone, the second skull. Right now it's kind of, you only have the first one. Next, palate. What is palate? It's the roof or your mouth. You have to look down and then you can feel it. If it is deep, if the roof is deep, right, then give 4 or 5. If it is shallow, 1 or 2. So some people have a very deep palate or roof, so they can put more food on it. Yeah, shallow 1, 2, deep 4, 5. Confused 3. Okay. Now the last one. For the last one, you have to look at the molar teeth. Molar teeth. Which one is molar teeth? Molar teeth. The one that's used for what? Molar teeth.
Which one was shallow? Which one was deep? What number?
Shallow 1, 2, deep 4, 5. Okay. Now the molar teeth. Which one is molar teeth? On the back or in the front? The back, the one that's used for chewing your food. Right? Now, if you look from the top, if you look the molar teeth from the top, okay, it maybe look like this. Okay, if you look at the top, it maybe look like this. Look at the top, right? You me? So look at the top. It maybe look like that. Okay, you got this one first. Now your job is to count the cup. There is what we call the cup on the teeth, which is like a bumpy thing over here. Okay, you can see that one. Okay. Now if you see 5, okay, if you see 5 of this cup, then give 4 to 5. If you only see 4 cups on it, then 1 or 2. It's up to you. You're gonna put 1 or 2. Okay. Count the cups. Okay, count the cups on the teeth, on the molar teeth or molar tooth. The tooth is messed up. As you can see. Okay, now you have all the number. Total them together. Total them together. Okay. If you have lower number, lower than 30, that skull is a female. If you have more than 30, that skull is female. Sorry, that skull is male. Now, if you confuse all of them, what is the number gonna be? 30, which is because you got all 3 and 10, it's gonna be 30, right? If you got 30, I don't know what to say. Okay, therefore not confused, don't confuse. If you got 30, then the sex is confusing between male and female. Maybe, but mostly it's not. Mostly not. You might find male or female. Yeah? Very rare people have 30. Believe me. Okay. Now exchange with the other group, and make sure you know the skull number, because at the end I will ask one group for one group about the similarity of your result. Okay, you can start by yourself. Work with your team.